Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're talking about relocating to Eagle, Idaho. Now, for those of you that don't know what Eagle, Idaho is about, you need to make sure you watch this because there's so much going on within Eagle that is attracting so many people, so make sure you stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I am your host, Nasim Issa, and I am super excited for our topic today, which is going to be relocating to Eagle, Idaho. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar, as I said, Eagle, Idaho has a ton of features and amenities that is attracting people from all over to move to Eagle, Idaho. Now, Eagle is one of my personal favorite cities to live in as far as Southwest Idaho goes, within the Treasure Valley, because it's such a luxurious place. Like, for those of you that maybe you've seen Home Alone or one of those kind of like Hallmark movies, which is exactly what I heard someone call it the other day. It's kind of like a Hallmark type town where it's small, but it's so luxurious and it has all the old charm and it's such a tight-knit community. You just kind of look at that city and you drive around, you're like, this is where I want to live. And for those of you that don't know where Eagle is, we're gonna show you real quick. Popping up on the map is gonna be Eagle, Idaho. And as you can see, it is located next to Boise and also Meridian. So Eagle is in great location. It is in prime proximity to both Boise and Meridian, Idaho, and also a bunch of other amenities as far as outdoor recreation and things of that nature, and all the communities that surround it. So in this video, what we're gonna be discussing a little bit is gonna be a couple of topics or a couple of things that you should know before you move to Eagle, which is super crucial to making that decision as far as if it's the right fit for you. Now, one of the most important things I think for a lot of families that are getting ready to relocate, now for those of you that may not have a family, this is still good knowledge to know or just to have in the back pocket, but education-wise, Eagle, Idaho is highly respected as far as education goes because it's located within the West Ada School District, which is actually one of the highest ranking schools as far as test scores go, because last year they actually scored #1 in both mathematics and English language arts. So for those of you with children, you can rest assured going to that area and moving to that area will be, without a doubt in my mind, a very good move for your children and their educational goals, as well as athletics. So for those of you that are focused on that side, or maybe not focused on that side, it's just good knowledge to know. But now moving on to our next topic, which is going to be the local community. Now, as far as community goes, Eagle celebrates everything. The Eagle has so much to do throughout the year, which is absolutely amazing. Some of those things just happen during the summer. So just for example, right now they're currently going through Eagle Fun Day, which is something they do around the 4th of July, which is absolutely awesome. It's just a good time to go hang out, meet people within your community, and just get to know and enjoy the things that Eagle has to offer. They also have another event which they do every Saturday, which is the Eagle Farmers Market, which is where you see a lot of people that do their own craft, or maybe they raise their own bees and honey, or maybe they do their own beads, whatever they create, which is absolutely awesome. And to further dive into that, for those of you that just love to shop local, or maybe just want to even sell things that you personally really enjoy creating, or maybe you produce, jerky, whatever it may be, that would be a perfect spot to get out there, become well known in the community, and just build those relationships that you just know will last forever. So with that being said, just super awesome as far as how connected the community is. Now, you also have all the sporting events that come with, having children through the Optimist Youth Complex. You have all the high school events and all that good stuff. So it's just a really awesome community. And there's usually, with it being so close to Boise and Meridian, you can actually find a bunch of communities, not just within the community, but slightly surrounding the community as well. So for those of you that are maybe into corgis, my girlfriend just attended an event literally today that was a corgi event where everyone brought their corgis and they did a huge dog event for that specific breed. So me personally, I'm more of a pit bull guy. I kind of have the same neck as them, so I feel like, me and pit bulls get along. But all jokes aside, depending on whatever community you're looking for, you're more than likely able to find it either in Eagle or at least in the surrounding areas, which is absolutely awesome, because I think community is everything. It really helps you enjoy where you live, unless you like to just kind of, lock yourself in the house all week and just pray no one comes and knocks on the door to sell you something or talk about Jesus or whatever the case may be when they come to your door, right? So if you're that kind of individual, well, rest assured, Eagle is also safe in that capacity as well. But for those of you that are outreaching and looking to join communities, it's perfect for you as well. Now, for those of you guys getting ready to relocate this way and you don't know this because you haven't seen my videos yet, I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Idaho, and I am super privileged to be able to help so many of you guys as you relocate to Idaho. So what you're gonna see is my cell phone number as well as my email. And if you wanna even schedule a 30-minute meeting with me just to kind of hop on Zoom and get an idea of what you should be looking for, or to come up with with a game plan for exactly what you're looking for, make sure you guys check the description below. It'll have the direct link to my Calendly, so we can put that together and make that happen. So with that being said, now, as you can probably guess, we're gonna be talking about the real estate market. So for those of you that are getting ready to move this way and you're like, oh man, maybe it's expensive. Well, full transparency, Eagle is one of the more expensive cities. Not the most expensive, however, it is one of the more expensive cities in the state of Idaho as a whole. So when you were looking at median prices of Idaho, and specifically Eagle, Idaho, currently, according to Redfin, it is sitting at $777,000 as far as median price point. Now, I will say this, we're gonna show you guys some videos as far as what the houses look like within Eagle, but most of them are very like luxurious, higher end homes, and even the neighborhoods are absolutely stunning. You're gonna see all types of different neighborhoods, from even high-end RV parks to higher end just housing in general, where you have that luxury feel on golf courses, on waterfronts, just everything that you can imagine as far as luxury housing, you're gonna find it in Eagle, and that is what it is known for. So I do wanna show you guys some of the homes that Eagle, Idaho has to offer. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run some clips and let you guys enjoy. All right guys, so like I said, these homes are absolutely astonishing. They're absolutely beautiful. There's just so much beauty and there's so much thought behind the process as far as building the homes and what they're putting in Eagle. So now I personally recommend, if you're looking for a luxury home, excuse my dog in the back, Debo. If you're looking for a luxury home, Eagle, Idaho is probably where I would start. However, even in the surrounding areas of Eagle, like Meridian and Boise, you can find that as well. But a lot of people really love, you know, the foothills within Eagle because it connects from Eagle to Boise. A lot of people love living on the golf course, or even Two River, which is absolutely the highest end neighborhood within Eagle, Idaho as a whole. So just some areas I would check out. Or what we could do is we'll talk one-on-one as far as what your criteria is and come up with a customized game plan just for you and your home buying needs. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is going to be parks and recreation. Now, Eagle, Idaho actually has some very cool things that I just recently learned about. And I want to share that with you guys as well, because you may have not known it as well. One of the things that I recently just learned was that Eagle, Idaho has actually a huge bike park, and it's all located kind of within the same community, to where you have trail rides, you have kind of like a BMX dirt track. So for those of you that may be from California or the hills or wherever you're coming from, that you're used to BMX and dirt biking and things of that nature. Now, you can't dirt bike in these trails, I don't believe. So I would double check and cross your T's on that before you do that. But they do have these tracks that have the jumps, they have the burns, and they have all the good stuff that you would look for in a BMX track. And then they also have a section for RC cars, which is amazing. I didn't even know that it existed. So for those of you that are really into RC cars, or maybe even like I said, just BMXing, or maybe you're into mountain biking and just riding trails, all that is in a central located area that you can enjoy all three things. So for those of you that are into bikes and RC cars and BMX, well, you just found your dream city, because you can do all of that in Eagle. Now, for those of you that aren't into doing all of those activities, there's other things within the surrounding areas as well. Now, for those of you that like to get out and shop, you have the Village, which is very, very close to Eagle. It is on the same street that literally everybody and their mother likes to drive, which it does get congested from time to time, but it's usually around that, you know, morning work hour to evening work hour when everyone's getting to and from work, that is usually pretty congested. But outside of that, traffic is not a very real thing in the city of Eagle and the surrounding areas, which is awesome. But going back to what we were talking about, you have the Village nearby, you have the Boise Town Mall, which is also not too far, and they're also building the Super Village, which is also going to be in the surrounding area. But just so much more as far as shopping centers being built, as far as dineries, and just a bunch of entertainment and food and shopping activities that are being built currently in Eagle as it continues to expand because of such a high desire to live there and bring more to the community and the people that currently live in Eagle, Idaho. So a lot of awesome things to look forward to. Now, I did mention that we were going to talk about parks outside of the bike park, so I do want to revisit that real quick. So there's an amazing park called Stephen Gerber Park, which I also just learned about recently, but it is absolutely astonishing as far as how they have it set up. You have kind of like a water area where kids are running around and a play set. Then you also have a bunch of soccer fields where it looks like they play a lot of soccer. So that's all kind of in that same area, and not too far from it, you also have an Optimist Youth Complex, which for those of you that don't know what Optimist is, personally, I actually coached some children back in the day when I first got here and was still active duty military to kind of help as far as, you know, volunteering in the community. But they have some amazing football leagues. They have some amazing cheerleading leagues. So if you have girls or boys, it's a pretty good community to be a part of or to get your kids involved with. And as far as, you know, the talent, things of that nature, there's all types of talent. So regardless, if your kid can barely tell their feet from their hands when they're playing football or whatever the case may be, they can absolutely fit in. Now, will they have a good time? Hopefully. It's just a matter of, you know, the fact that they're getting out there and they're having a great time. So make sure you guys check out the Optimist leagues and things of that nature for sports. And then there's also so many other leagues as well. So if you guys would like more information on that, please let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to do some research for you. Or if you guys, like I said, want to kind of schedule a consultation to see more things for you guys specifically, my Zoom link is in the description, so make sure you guys schedule that with me so I can make sure to take care of you guys. All right, guys, now just some practical timeline or just some practical tips I'd like to offer you guys that some people don't typically think about. One of them is going to be weather. Now, Eagle, Idaho is going to have 4-season weather. As you may have seen already in the clips, there's going to be snow, there's going to be summer, there's going to be fall, there's going to be spring. So you're going to get all 4 seasons. Now, it's absolutely awesome as far as being able to experience all those things. For some people, relocating this way is an absolute culture shock. They're used to 70s weather out in freaking Florida or California or wherever they're at, where they don't have to freaking put on a jacket unless it gets to 60 degrees, which is absolutely insane to me. But, you know, for those of us that have experienced the winter and things of that nature, you know that it's kind of a little harder to drive. It's kind of harder to get around. You kind of stay home a little more often, or you get out more because you're a freak of nature and really love the cold and things of that nature. So for those of you that aren't experienced with that, I just like to give you guys a heads up as far as the weather goes. Now, another tip I like to give people is to plan out your move. Now, when I say plan out your move, I'm talking about sometimes when you're house hunting and you're on a time crunch, it's very, 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 very important that you guys get ahead of it and just kind of find that real estate agent that you're gonna work with. If it's not me, it's all good. I know you're making a mistake and you're okay with it. No, all jokes aside, regardless, you do wanna make sure that you're planning ahead as far as just planning for what the market could potentially be looking like. Most people that aren't coming in cash or maybe need a loan, that could play with timeline a little bit, right? You're gonna have a much shorter period as far as how long it takes to close on homes. Or for those of you that are kind of searching and just ramping up to purchase a home and need a loan, I would plan about 60 to 90 days out to start home searching, because you want to make sure that you're taking your time, you're not in a rush, because there are so many beautiful spots in Eagle, and it's super, super, super important if you're not going to be purchasing a home in person or viewing the homes in person, that you have someone that is capable of uploading these videos up to YouTube in the horizontal position and making sure that you have full clarity as far as what's going on with the home up into the inspection point. So just a couple of tips I want to leave you guys off with. Now, if you guys have any questions or something that I didn't hit on that you would like more information about Eagle, Idaho, make sure you guys leave it in the comments. Or once again, what I'll do is I'll have my phone number and my personal cell phone number as well as my email popping up. And like I said, as much as I love making these videos for you guys, I also really love and appreciate having the honor to help you guys move this way and making the house buying process a breeze for you. So like I said, there was my cell phone and my email. Or once again, I know I kind of said it a couple of times, but One more time, if you want to schedule a 30-minute meeting with me one-on-one to come up with a game plan for your house buying needs, there is my link in the bio. Feel free to schedule that meeting with me and let's make something happen for you guys. As always, if you didn't already, make sure you press that subscribe button, leave a like, comment where you're watching from. I love where you guys are watching from. And finally, turn that bell on so you get notified whenever we drop another amazing video for you guys. With love, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one.